Hey folks, Darth here again, and I just wanted to show you the newest saber I just finished. What this is, it started life as a Solos Hold Padawan that at the time I helped him draw the initial blueprints for this and the concept, and what we were going for is really the smallest, lightest saber that you can put a full-size soundboard in, full-size battery, and still have all the full functions of a full-size saber in something this small. During the design process, we integrated a small little chamber section here that could be cut out later on with a little bit of machine work and a crystal chamber installed like what you've seen done here. This here is basically a piece of aluminum that I turned on my lathe, turned it to the right diameter, did a full saltwater etch, thanks again Arkham, to give it this Damascus relief effect. I've also mounted two microtack switches with brass hats, one here and one here, and then also a little accent LED. This has a Cree XPE2 red, green, blue tri-Cree running for the main LED itself. I've got a small red, green, blue 5mm run in the crystal chamber here. And this is a 3D printed piece from Mahoney on Shapeways. For the chassis, I've got a 3D printed setup from Darth Glory of the Hun on Shapeways, which houses an igniter R2, thanks again from Naigon Electronics Corporation. It's got a 10 amp high discharge lithium ion 18650 battery that comes from Solos Hold. Also, I've sourced a 28mm high bass Aveco speaker for the back end of this from the custom saber shop. And then we've got a 2.1mm recharge port, custom kill key, and then I also have a custom blade plug here that I made out of polycarbonate, and also a couple motor winding and a little bit of brass and copper. So there we go. Let's hear this thing fire up. Good and loud saber, and one thing about this, it's something that's been talked about for a long time, but when you get a soundboard that's very loud like an Igniter 2, it has a max amp built into it, 6-axis gyrometer. This thing holds 16 fonts. The cool thing about this is when you're able to vent a heavy bass speaker back into a crystal chamber, you actually get more resonance and you get sound pumping out of all different points of the saber. You can see the blade plug in action. Let's see this with a blade in it. And the font package that I have in here is really just a combination of a bunch of different fonts where I've taken the parts I really like the best. Here's the blade plug again. This thing's almost 3 inches long. And again, it's solid polycarbonate. And I like the way it diffuses the light, the way it's been built. But here we go. Here's the saber itself. Dual phase. To a beautiful purple. Blasters. Stab. Back to red. That's the first font. Phase. I just went from a royal blue to a deeper blue. Or really a sky blue to a royal blue. The FX, I've turned down a lot of the FX package. I mean, it's cool. I like the sound of them, but I've dialed them down because, again, when you've got a saber this sensitive, they pop up way too often. This is another cool one. There's a beautiful orange. Look at that. You see crystal chamber. Blasters. Dual phase. To more of a fire blade. Back into a real deep orange that's got a nice steady flicker to see the accent doing its thing. This is a cool one from Sunrider. It's an old font. Again, I went to more of a Fireblade and orange. I just like this color with this mix. And dual phase. It's more of a yellow blade, still Fireblade. Damaged. Blade Runner. Thanks again to my friend Aaron at Solos Hold for this one. I would think Decker would like blues. Another shade of blue. This one has a good FX pack on it too, but again I dialed it down a little bit. And of course Predator from Blaco. This is a favorite. And again we're going from a green to an orange Fireblade with this. I want it to look different and just kind of get the feel of the alien. Blasters. Lock up. Dual phase. Still want to do blasters. There we go. And again, back into an orange. I just really like the way this color looks with this LED setup. From a few Halloweens ago from, I believe, Blaco made this one. It might have been like, but Zombies from Call of Duty. Kind of a goofy one. And again, this is green, more of a green to a yellowish. A lot of the swings and slashes are done with zombie sounds. Blasters. Up. I got a few different lockups. Dual phase. Kind of a, yeah, to more of a blue. And again, it has a lot of FX pack on it, and I just have integrated it throughout the font package because I thought it was cool, and I've had it for quite a while. Stock font from Naigon Electronics. I believe Industrial Action created this one. Beautiful growl to it. Blasters. Dual phase. Again, back into a purple. Back to the first font. There's a few music tracks on here too, of course. Various Star Wars ones that I've used before. I just like the way they sound. Again, with a good speaker, it does sound nice. Good resonance chamber. I believe this is part of the soundtrack off the Devil May Cry video game. So there we go, folks. Again, this is Darth Alice. Thank you for watching once again, and may the Force be with you always.